What's up, guys? This is Mark from DSGN, and it's now 2 a.m. and Quasi and I are just up trying to fix a couple bugs we have in DSGN. But I figured I'll just take a little break and post this video because I haven't posted a video in a while. So I want to address um, drop shipping on the whole, and I'm not going to get into if it works and if it doesn't work because it works. And I guess I'll post something about that because it's annoying as hell to me with all these emails I'm getting about why drop shipping does not work and why it's not sustainable when I've been fucking doing it for 3 years. So I might address that in some further video, but whatever, let's not digress. So what I want to cover today is eBay drop shipping versus Amazon drop shipping versus Shopify drop shipping, right? And the reason why I want to address that is because a lot of people may try eBay and not be successful and then jump to Amazon and not be successful and jump to Shopify, or the other way around, try Amazon, not successful, jump to eBay, not successful, jump to Shopify, or try Shopify, blah, blah, blah. And, or try doing all three at the same time, which I think until you master one, there's no reason to go messing with another one, right? Because I've learned that you want to conquer one battle first before you go fighting another battle. So let me get into the three of them. So all three, eBay, Amazon, Shopify, they all work. I myself make a full-time income drop shipping on eBay. I've played around with Amazon a little bit. I have a close friend of mine, Matt, who kills it on Amazon drop shipping. So remember, guys, we're not talking about fulfilled by Amazon. We're talking about drop shipping on Amazon, right? So as I said, I make a full-time income selling on eBay. I have a friend, Matt, who's killing it on Amazon, drop shipping on Amazon. And I have one or two friends who mess around with Shopify. I don't have anyone close to me that really kills it on Shopify. Um, I have some guys who make 1,000, 2,000 bucks a month on Shopify. So if you can make $1,000, scaling it, in my opinion, is possible, right? But that's just my opinion. But so far, all three of them work. Um, so let me just go into the comparisons and the difference so you can make a decision after watching this video what road you want to go down to start your e-commerce business or to get into e-commerce, right? And then I'll give you my opinion on why I do eBay as opposed to Amazon and Shopify. So, and I'm going to go through pros and cons on all three. So, again, we want to go through dropshipping on eBay, Amazon, and Shopify. There's also a link to a blog post I wrote about it in the description, so check that out. And subscribe to the channel. Just click subscribe. But anyway, so eBay, some of the pros that you get from dropshipping on eBay are it's easy to start. Out of the three, you need the lowest amount of capital to get started. Because you need the lowest amount of capital to get started, it's a nice way to get into e-commerce, to get your foot wet, to understand dropshipping and to make some money, and it's sustainable. So that's the pros. I mean, I shouldn't even mention sustainable because all of them are sustainable to an extent. The cons. The cons, the cons are like partially a result of the pros, right? So I have three cons that I've written down. It's very competitive. There's lower traffic than Amazon because remember we compete in the three, right? And you have lower profit margins. Now, so it's very competitive because you need at least amount of money to get involved to get started, right? Um, the lower traffic than Amazon, that is something that we dropshippers can't control. It is up to eBay and Amazon to fight the battle for traffic. So we just benefit from their whole marketing and all that kind of stuff, and we just kind of fit into their marketplace and grab a little bit of money. But eBay does have less traffic than Amazon right now, and you have lower profit margins. I try to stick around 10% profit margin on a whole. So you get lower profit margins because it is more competitive. So those are the pros and cons from eBay. And after I'll get into why I do eBay and as a and, and what I plan to do later and so on, right? Amazon. So Amazon, I would say, Amazon is definitely, in my opinion, I'm going through them on how difficult they are to get into. So in my opinion, eBay is the easiest to get into than Amazon. So the pros with Amazon, as I said, all of them have pros and cons. The pros with Amazon is that there's more traffic on Amazon.com than there generally is on eBay.com. So you will generally, I've actually seen guys who have made a little bit of money on eBay, but have made more money on Amazon because Amazon just has more traffic, so it's a little easier, I guess, to generate sales. So Amazon does have more traffic than eBay, and you're thinking, why don't just go to Amazon? But I'll get into that. Because it's not as competitive as eBay, you generally get higher profit margins drop shipping on Amazon than you do get on eBay. It is relatively easy to get into. I mean, there's no like big barriers to entry to get into, and it's relatively cheap to start. So Amazon is, in my opinion, the second hardest to get into out of the three, but there are some great advantages. The more traffic is a huge deal, right? Now the cons. So the cons, I would say, first of all, you need a bigger bankroll to scale, and let me explain why. So with eBay, you have a 90-day period to get out of PayPal jail, as we call it. So when you sell an item after those 90 days, you get the money right away. So you use the money that people actually pay you to go buy the item. So you don't need cash on hand to scale. The problem with Amazon is that Amazon, you're paid every 2 weeks. So let's say you sell an item for $100 and you drop ship it from Walmart and you have to pay $80 for that item. You wouldn't get that money until 2 weeks later, right? So there are 2 week cycles. So if you want to scale your dropshipping business like I've done on eBay and you're selling $100,000 a month, and the cost of goods sold per month is about 80 grand, you're going to need about $40,000 in credit or cash to place the orders on the items before. So that's one con when it comes, or negative when it comes to drop shipping on Amazon. Secondly, Amazon is stricter on delivery time than eBay is. So the rules on Amazon are a little tighter on eBay when it comes to delivery time. So that's another negative. Now, Amazon works. That's not a reason to just not get into it. But I'm just telling you the positive and negative, right? So the stricter thing we could deal with that. But my biggest, in my opinion, the biggest problem or the biggest disadvantage that you have in Amazon as opposed to eBay is that bankroll that you need to scale. Selling a couple $100 a month is no problem, but when you want to sell $100,000, $200,000 a month and make some real money, you're gonna need money to start. So that's my opinion and on Amazon. And then the one that I consider the hardest to get into and the most complicated is Shopify. And generally, easiest things, um, generally speaking, one of the global rules on earth that I kind of like agree with to an extent is that the easier job is, the least it pays, and the harder job is, the more it pays, generally speaking. So Shopify should be able to pay more if you conquer that. But anyway, we'll get it. I'll do that in another video. But yeah, so let me talk about the pros with Shopify and the cons. So the pros with Shopify is that you get a brand new store. So you can build up a database of customers, you can build up the brand of the store, they'll come back to you and all that good stuff, right? So you have more control over everything, right? Scalability is insane once you get the metrics down. So that's another pro with Shopify. If you get the metrics down as the profit, the cost of acquiring a customer, how much money you spend on pay-per-click as opposed to how much money you make, it's just a matter of getting those metrics down and pumping money into your marketing campaign and scaling, right? Generally, you get higher profit margins than the other two for a number of reasons. You have bigger sources. A lot of people use AliExpress to sell on Shopify and a couple other suppliers that you generally don't use on eBay and Amazon, but you generally get higher profit margins, right? So let me get into the negatives or the cons getting into Shopify. So Shopify, there's no direct traffic, right? With Amazon and eBay, what we depend on is the traffic that they generate from their guys. So you could get in there and start selling and play around in their marketplace where their eyes looking for stuff to buy. When you have your own Shopify store on the internet, there's no one looking for Mark's Shopify store, right? So there's no traffic. So you have to generate traffic to that store. And generally speaking, you use that through pay-per-click, where you pay for advertising on Facebook, on Google, and drive traffic to that website. So that's a big disadvantage for a number of reasons. One, you're going to end up spending money before you even sell, as opposed to eBay and Amazon. Now, with eBay and Amazon, although you may not have the money in hand, you know that the item is sold, so you have already received that money, and then you go spend money. With Shopify, generally speaking, you have to spend money to generate the traffic, right? So that is a huge negative as far as I'm concerned, especially for you guys who don't have experience in internet marketing and don't have experience in e-commerce, right? Secondly, it's obviously because of that, there's a higher risk involved because you put on money first. And thirdly, you need a bigger bankroll, even bigger than eBay and Amazon to scale this thing, because you have to spend money driving traffic, and you, depending on how long the money takes to clear, you have to spend money to purchase the item. So those are the three differences. So guys, if you're one of those people who are considering getting into drop shipping and don't know if you want to jump into eBay, jump into Amazon, jump into Shopify, without knowing anything, without knowing the actual nuts and bolts of how it works and how you make money in there, the information I'm giving here is enough so that you can make a general educated guess or a general choice on which one works. Because if you have no money like I did, when I first started, eBay is your way to go, right? If you have a couple grand that you can scale with, then even if it's credit, because remember, you're not spending any money before you sell, right? So even if you have a couple grand in the bank or a couple grand in credit and you want to generate some income, Amazon is a great way to go. I mean, all of them you need to be educated, you need to know what you're doing, you need to just know the whole process. But this is you making a decision or getting into something before you know exactly how it works. So again, if you have little to no money, because you have a couple bucks to get into eBay. But if you have little to no money, eBay is the way to go. If you have a couple grand sitting there, Amazon is the way to go. And if you have a couple grand sitting there and you have experience in internet marketing and you don't need to make money right away, Shopify is the way to go. Right? I really don't suggest getting into Shopify, even studying it, until you played around with eBay or Amazon and you have some experience in internet marketing, because there's a lot of moving parts. There are more moving parts in Shopify as there is to eBay and Amazon. So that's just my general comparison to the three of them. Right? In the blog, in the description below, you'll see a link to the blog post. All the blog post has is this video, but actual text of the pros and cons that I talked about in the video. And that's about it. Now, let me just get into what my position and why I did eBay as opposed to Amazon and Shopify, right? So if you guys, for those of you guys who know me or watch my videos before, I got into eBay because I had no money. I had like 200 bucks. I had recently gotten divorced. I went traveling. I went to Vegas, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia. I live in Nicaragua now. But I went and blew all my money. I blew like 50 grand in 6 months, right? I'm not saying that to boast because that's fucking retarded. That's nothing to be proud about. But so I blew $50,000 in 6 months, and I was down to 200 bucks in Jaco, Costa Rica, on the beach, party town, limited money. My other online business, I messed it up because I outsourced services and they screwed up the business. A long story. I just outsourced it, basically rented my website and business to someone else, and went partying, blew all the money. He screwed up my business, and I had nothing to do after, right? So I had $250. My family isn't rich, so I couldn't get back to Trinidad or the US unless I made money. So I talked to one of an old client of mine, was like, he does drop shipping. You know I'm a smart person. I'm just repeating what he said. I'm not saying I'm some sort of smart person. But he came to me, he's like, listen, I know you're a smart dude. I drop ship. I don't make a lot of money. Maybe if you try it, you'll make some money. So he told me the basics. I was like, if you can make 10 bucks in a day, let me understand it. I'll duplicate it, scale it. I'll make 10,000. And that's exactly what happened. But another video will get it. Anyway, so I had 200 bucks. A friend of mine in San Jose, Costa Rica gave me somewhere to live. I went there, I had a couple days, I had like 3 weeks to make my half of the rent of $600. Um, and I just pounded eBay dropshipping. Um, so my plan at the time was, let me get into eBay dropshipping, see how far I could take it. Once I maxed out my profit in eBay, I'll go on to Amazon and Amazon, Shopify, and all of this, right? I'm not gonna get into my whole story. I'll post another video. Now that I think about it, I'll post another video after that, after this one, either tonight or tomorrow, about how I got in, like the long story. But basically, I haven't maxed out my profits in eBay. I've gotten up to selling $100,000 a month for the past 2 years consistently, without fail, with about a 10% profit margin. So I make between, I would say, $9,000 to $15,000 a month, depending on the month, in drop shipping on eBay. And that's my story. I mean, that's why I stuck to eBay. That's why I haven't left yet. I've played around Amazon. I've played around Shopify. I plan to get into FBA as my growth plan and really kill that. But I'm still gonna stick with eBay. That's my bread and butter. I have a lot of stuff automated, so I don't do a lot of stuff. But yeah. So let me not take up too much more of your time, guys, with my story and all this good stuff. I just wanted to compare the three: eBay, Amazon, and Shopify. My opinion and how I think you guys should test the waters, right? Again, if you need, and guys, if you have limited money, you don't have to join DSGD to make a lot of money in drop shipping, right? DSGD makes it a lot easier. We have a system down, you make good money. But I made a lot of money without DSGD. I just built DSGD to make it easier, and because it's so competitive on eBay, having that edge, the software, is the edge that you will have against your competition. If other than your software, you'll have to basically work more than your competition. But yeah, anyway, let me not get into that too much, guys. Thanks for your time. It's kind of hot. I'm not in my room with the AC, which sucks. But yeah, hopefully the information was helpful. Um, there's a link in the description to the main page with DSGD, also to the trial page with DSGD. Um, we have like, I think we just crossed like 50 something members. I talked to everyone before they joined. We're gonna close off membership at 100 users. There's not a big marketing push, as you guys know, if you haven't, or maybe you don't know. But I talked to everyone before they join. I explained what to expect. There's a 60-day money back guarantee. So check out the two links. We welcome anyone who wants to join the team. Let's kill it. We're online all the time. Me and all the other subscribers. Everyone is making money. I can proudly say that everyone is making money, which a lot of people can't, and you can talk to every single subscriber in our Skype group once you join. So there's no question if everyone is making money. That's not just me talking on my ass. And yeah, thanks for your time. Have a great day, guys. Great night, great weekend. I can't wait for the Kimbo fight on Friday because I know Kimbo and Dada, the two guys who fight on Friday, the MMA. And see you soon. Hopefully you join the team. Bye bye.